I am decorating Milk Jug for every 1,000 followers. About a month ago, I gained 7,000 followers in a week. I got really behind on my Milk Jug, so I'm finally catching up. Decorate my 9K Milk Jug with me while I tell you every job I've ever had. First started as a receptionist at a hair salon. However, shortly after I got that job, I interviewed at what was my dream job at the time, In-N-Out. I think I did both for a little bit and then I just switched over to working at In-N-Out. I loved working at In-N-Out. After high school, I moved to college. My first job at BYU was a custodian in the no longer existing Heritage Halls. Then I would be the President Halls Association student coordinator. I don't know how to explain that job, to be honest. Then I went home for the summer. I worked at Costa Vida and I was the greeter for a Hampton Inn and Suites. They hired me literally to just go around and check in with people during the breakfast buffet to make sure they were having a good experience. The downside was that I had to be there at 5 a.m. I was saving up to go on a study abroad. This one couple I will never forget mailed a thank you card to the hotel with my name on it and they gave me a $100 tip. I still have the note and I am forever grateful. I obviously didn't have a job while I was doing the study abroad, but when I got back, I became a tour guide at BYU. And another dream job for me, I got to drive a golf cart around campus and take prospective students all around to show them what BYU was all about and just like campus lore. It was super fun. Then I had the opportunity to work in what's called the Multimedia Lab. I got to learn a ton about Photoshop and Final Cut Pro and Adobe Suite. Plus I got to teach people how to use those programs and that was really fun because I love teaching. I studied elementary education as part of my final year of technically being a student. I was employed by Nebo School District as a 6th grade teacher. My students are like getting married and having kids now and I'm like, I'm not old enough for this. I got pregnant during that school year. So after that school year ended, I decided not to renew my contract so that I could be a stay-at-home mom or a primary caregiver. However, I quickly learned that having something outside of caregiving was really important. So I started a photography business. I started in like the families. I even did like a few weddings, but after a few years, I switched to brand photography. And now, in addition to being a primary caregiver, I am considering myself a content creator slash educator slash influencer. And that is what I hope to do for who knows how long. I'd also really love to get into public speaking. And I have a podcast that I would love to grow as well. Nothing made me feel cooler than working at In-N-Out, making $10.25 as a 15-year-old. I feel like it's too bright. You can't even see the arrow.